heard him do the same thing to you twice while you were speaking. Okay? I heard him do the same thing to you twice while you were speaking. So I don't want to hear none of that fucking bullshit. And as far as your problem with women, sir, it is motherfucking evident. It is evident. Okay? I'm not going to sit up in here and let somebody talk to me like that, period, point blank. Okay? I've been respectful to you. I tried to explain something to you. You interrupted me every time I said a word. You interrupted me when I tried to talk to you about Mosey, you were interrupted. So I don't want to hear none of this fucking bullshit. And I'm not high strung. But what I'm not going to do is sit up here while a bunch of men try to base up on me, and you think I can't base back? You've lost your damn mind. You've lost your damn mind. Gracie, girl, I appreciate you because you are a better lady than me. You have remained calm, and you are somebody I aspire to meet. But I'm not her, motherfuckers. So don't talk to me crazy up in these fucking lives. And that's all the fuck I got to say. I'm out. K-Dog, thank you. And Big D, I appreciate you always coming through for women. Every single time. Never fail. Holla at y'all later.
Why are you leaving? Why don't you stay? Let's have a conversation, man. Why would you throw out those things and try to emasculate a man and then run away?
What you gotta say?
There she gotta go. There she goes. She got no emotional control. You were finished talking. I was speaking, and now you cut me off.
You addressed me.
Ma'am, I wasn't finished my point. I wasn't finished my point. I sat there. You called me out my name. I've never called you out your name. Have I? All I said was, why can't I finish my point? Can you please tell me how I disrespected you? Because I know that Vice likes facts. So please tell me how I disrespected you.
First of all, I made a noise and caught myself. You didn't even have to have your little meltdown, okay? Because I caught myself, okay? You are guilty of the same thing, right? Because you were doing it when Vice was talking. We all do it sometimes. But then when I get up to speak, or when any woman has gotten up to speak for that matter, you interrupt them faithfully. So when I see a pattern, I call it out. And that's what I'm doing right now. And I don't appreciate the way you spoke to me, Vice, which I was trying to let that shit go, but I don't appreciate it. No, because you want to have a talking point up here. Hold on, let me finish. You want to have a talking point up here, and what Gracie said was 1,000% correct. But you want to shut people down like it's fact, and I'm telling y'all right now. At this point, I'm angry. Okay, so I'm done being talked to crazy, and there's no point for us to go on. Now, I said what I said to you, Mr. Denali. And we can just leave it there. I ain't got nothing else to say to you, sir.
But can you tell me how I disrespected you? What did I say to you or disrespected you?
Let me say this to
Stevie. She called me a bitch, but that's not disrespectful. Can she please tell me what I said to her that was disrespectful?
All right, Stevie, for anything, like I said, I can apologize 1,000 times, but if anything like that I said, I will again say I'm sorry.
Cool. It's cool. Let me just take a couple ticks. You got people up in here talking about me. I sat here quiet. I let him, every time I talked, this man interrupted me. Every time I said something when I was being kind to him, okay? So I sat up here and I'm cool as a breeze, as you know, because you've been on about 100 hours worth of lives with me, Vice.
Correct.
So I don't appreciate the way this took a tone. I don't know who you are, Mr. Denali, but
if I could just say
what I should have done was, because I don't think you can respect something that comes from a woman. What I should have did was ask Big D to talk to you.
Can I ask you what I said to you that was disrespectful? Please be specific.
You interrupt me every time I speak.
Oh, okay.
Yes, that's disrespectful.
So did you disrespect me?
Overtalk me every time
now
you
said I do it to women. You said I did it to Vice. So what is Vice is not a woman.
No. You didn't do it to Vice the way you did it to me and
How
Gracie,
did I do it to you, man?
No, sir, you didn't.
What did I say to you that was disrespectful? Tell me what I said, please.
Every time I talk, you overtalk me, sir.
Okay.
It is disrespectful.
Gotcha. Okay, got it. So your thing is to try to emasculate a black man by calling him a bitch. That you think that's equal.
And did.
Okay. Nope. Well, you showed your own character, man, because you're the one that's using profanity. I'm sorry you don't have the word. I'm sorry you don't have the word to express yourself properly, ma'am.
And did.
That's pretty sad
did.
for you, man, Miss Stevie.
And did.
Yeah, exactly. You know, this is what I'm talking about. This is what happens when we're having a normal conversation. Someone interrupts. They want to go and call a man a bitch. I don't really care, man, because I know who I am. But it shows who you are that you're going to call a black man a bitch. That's just disrespectful to the highest level, man.
Yeah, well, you've been disrespecting women.
I never called you out your name, ma'am. I never called you out your name.
Who cares?
Right, exactly. Facts don't matter. Facts don't matter. You just get to do what you want to do because you're a woman, right?
No, you know what? That's why I had to call you the B word,
right,
sir.
You're right.
Because listen to you.
It shows you, man. It shows who you are, ma'am. Again, I asked the question: who can respectfully be critical of a black woman? And you guys think that you think you are above reproach because you're a woman.
Who thinks I'm above reproach?
You think you're above reproach.
Denali, that's a.
Well, Vice, she called me a Vice. She called me a bitch.
She called me a bitch. I understand that, and I know why she did it. And
There's no
I'm
excuse for that, though.
right. I'm not saying it's right, Denali. I'm not saying it's right. But what I'm gonna say is this, right? Again, that was my fault. We were focused on. But
Vice, she's a grown woman.
We went around so many rabbit holes because of what was going on, and that's on me. That's on me, Denali. If you're gonna be mad at anyone, be mad at me.
I'm not mad at anybody. But isn't she a grown person? Isn't she responsible for what comes out of her mouth?
Whatever happens in my life.
But isn't she responsible for what she says out her mouth? How could anybody make you do anything? That's what's inside of you. You can't be somebody that you're not. Either you are that person or you're not. And you can't take responsibility for grown people. Now, if she was a child, that'd be different. But she's a grown woman, and she made a decision to call a black man out of his name and I didn't do that to her.
I said that you cried and melted down like a little B word, and I stand on it.
No, ma'am. So, the tape is evident. The tape is evident,
and that's
Stevie.
It, and that's all. And that is it, and that's
I know.
All. Just as
Didn't you say you were leaving?
No.
I think I'll stay.
Good, stay. Let's go.
She can stay.
She's the one that said she was leaving 3 times.
I know she was upset. She was upset, but she definitely has rocked out with me.
No, and I respect that 100%. But she called me a bitch for no reason.
That's on me.
Please stay, Stevie. Vice, can I ask Denali a question?
Yes, ma'am. What's your question, Michelle? I think that's Michelle. Okay. I'm sorry.
Yes. Yeah, hi, Denali. We met before. Remember I was on one of your lives?
Okay, what happened?
No. So my question to you is,
yes,
what is it about Kamala that you do not like?
I think she panders. I remember her talking, and this is small, but it says a lot. When Angela Rye asked her, who was your favorite rapper that's alive? And she said Tupac Shakur. And Angela Rye said to her, girl, Tupac is dead. Excuse me, unalive. And I always do that. To me, it just came across as like she just thought about saying something. If you're a rap fan, hip-hop fan, you know that Tupac is not alive anymore. And instead of her saying, that's not really my genre, that's not my music, I felt like she just came up with something, the first thing that came into her head. That's what I think. And I think that how you do anything is how you do everything.
Hold on, K-Dog. Give it a second.
Right, stop this, man. Stop this. This brother's up here recording. This brother goes around picking fights with all the women all the time, bro. Stop this. This is not cool.
K-Dog, can I finish real quick, K-Dog? Real quick, please.
This is not cool.
What's not cool, K-Dog?
I don't know nothing about that.
Yeah,
I don't know nothing about that.
He's coming up here start mess.
K-Dog, let me
just
finish.
Just like you go around starting mess, just like you recording right now, Denali.
So what? Everybody's recording. So what?
Hold up.
K-Dog, let me finish.
Wait up, hold up. K-Dog, give me a second. Let me finish that, but just explain that to me. I don't know. I just my first time meeting Denali.
Great.
Okay.
You can go on my page and you can see everything I'm about, Vice. I've been doing this for 5-6 months.
I do not consent to being recorded. I do not consent to being recorded.
Ma'am, you're on a public platform, ma'am. You don't consent to being recorded.
Can I finish the? Can I
Go ahead.
go back? All right. So, Denali, when you say she ponders,
Panders.
well, panders, okay, panders. Do you think that Donald Trump does the same thing with the black community?
Yes.
Because
I already said yes.
the last time right, okay. So the last time he ran, he had 2 black women.
Diamond and Silk. I know who they are.
Diamond.
Yes.
Yes.
One is unalive,
And
if
now
I'm not
he
mistaken.
has another, right. One of them is unalive, right. So now one of them, then he has another girl that was working for, what, Chick-fil-A?
Chick-fil-A girl, yeah.
She works for the
okay.
some political thing here in Atlanta. I understand who she is.
Okay, so now going back to Kamala, when she say Tupac is her favorite rapper, why does that not make sense? Because guess what? I'm 38 years old.
She's 56,
And
59, excuse me.
okay, so what's wrong with that? It doesn't matter. My thing is this. Tupac is one of my favorite rappers too, and he's deceased.
You know that.
He's
Why didn't
unalive.
she know that?
I'm sorry?
Why didn't she know that?
I don't know.
Okay.
But why is that like an issue though? But why would that be the deciding factor?
I didn't say it was a deciding factor. I'm thinking something tiny like that. To me, like I said, the way you do anything is how you do everything. And if you made that simple mistake, instead of saying rap is not my thing, to make up something because of the audience that you're in front of, to me shows that you're pandering. That's my
No,
opinion.
Trump does that all the time. So
Trump
that
says
bothers
what
you,
on
but
it?
you-
Why do you pivot to Trump?
Everybody, hold on, everybody.
I'm
Now,
come
can you
back
explain
with
to
you,
me? Can you explain to me? Even though you say you're on a public platform, why do you record? Can you explain that to me right quick?
For receipts, because people make up things when I'm on other people's platforms, and I keep them just in case, because people have tried to paint a narrative about me, and I think it's unfair, and it really does bug me that because I may be respectfully critical, black women want to say that I am disrespectful. I don't believe that I have done anything to Stevie to be disrespectful to her. She called me a bitch, which we know in our community is one of the worst things you could do to a black man, and she did it so effortlessly. That means that that's who she is. If what I did brought that out of her, that means that's who she is to her core. Because I never called out her name, and no woman on this app has anything to ever said I ever called anybody out their name.
What I'm gonna do, Denali, like I've never done it because I don't generalize anybody, but I can understand with the hatred and the stuff that I get from racist people and stuff on here, that they make up things about me, they say things, whatever. Since I've been on here, I've only been here 6 months. You say you've been there 5 years.
5 months. 5 months.
You've been there 5 months. Wow. So I've been here longer than you.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So 6 or 7 months, give or take. So what I'm gonna say is this, right? I get that. I completely understand. If anyone on here doesn't consent to being recorded, I understand that. I